Today we're going to do rethreading of the Mojave shock mount. This is shock mount for any of the FET models, the 201, the 301, the MA50, the MA200, and the MA300. The shock mount consists of three major parts. You have your outer ring, you have your inner cage, and you have your two shock mount bands. First, we're going to take the outer ring, and you're going to want to loop it from the inside around two opposing pegs. So you can use a flat surface like a table to get it around the two opposing pegs. Pull out the slack. Now that you have the slack pulled out, you can place it around the inner cage. Make sure you get between the pegs. Now with your non-dominant hand, I like to hold it down to keep the tension of the bands. And slowly, as I release some of the tension, I'll pull the band down from the inside around the outer ring. Then we'll do the same thing with the opposing side. Pull down ever so slowly. Make sure I'm grabbing it, pulling it to the outside of the peg. Now with this next part, you can do multiple ways. You can just stick your fingers in to rotate it over if you would like, or you can use two pencils. Everybody's got pencils lying around in the studio. So now that that is holding all the tension, we'll roll this over. Now remember, it's very important to go from the when looping this around the pegs, to go from the inside to the out, because it will stay together a lot better than if you went from the outside going in. So now I've got that looped around from the inside. I'll bring this over between the two pegs and just reach in and grab that, pull that around the peg. Now it'll be safe to remove the two pencils. Now the next part is where it's a little more difficult, because you want to slowly pull up. But as you do that, you're going to be loosening this part and the bands are going to want to pop off. So it's a nice little delicate balancing act of pulling up with the outer ring and pulling down with the bands. And then you can wiggle it to make sure that it's straight and that no one section is too tight. Otherwise it'll snap. And there you have it.